Heck, it's been again. A lot of this is a lot of like gaming like stuff. So you're gonna get game of that sort of stuff. So yeah, okay, that would be fun to play. Anyway, if I'm not just going through like yeah, I'm doing like these, so I'm going back here. Oh no, that's still 2022. I was like August. Hasn't been August. I know I've been planning for August, but it's not August. The only one I might add to the thing is Cup Hugman and Chalice we got easy. Also, if you're wondering why I usually do this, it isn't because I'm trying to like worry about copyright, but it's more so I could be like, okay, it's not the fact. It's not so I'm like being like copying cover copyright and all that stuff. It's more specifically so that I can be like, uh, it's so that I can like be like do. So it's so that I can like cover like me hearing myself. So I'm like, oh yep. That's actually hard. I actually tried that, like growing vegetables. Oh, that's the one of the most funnest ideas. Whereas like they're making a scarecrow where it's like and if you don't know where that came from, that is it's like which is the it's essentially the thing from the if you know it's the thing. Shoot. Oh, that's so funny. I was like, that's not a crowbar. This is a crowbar. You have like really good seating. Uh, I would Yeah, I was about to be like, it's not a gang, it's a murder. I would like to point out that doesn't make it sound better, but at least I'm accurate. That is clever. Uh, oh, uh. I would also like to point out, it's like, if they say it's a game. I love that they go with the accurate stuff, and it's like, it's legal for medical use. Now, what type of bong do you want to use? It's like, what the f. Okay. I need to, like, learn how to do that without dying, because I need to do 3 lives. Luckily, this is easier to get clips, because one. I would also like to point out, I'm pretty sure the medical ones, you don't need to smoke it. It would most likely either be a pill or gummy form. Also, I don't think I've got 3. Yeah, it's legal because it's medical. That's the, again, I love that they're taking the most extreme answer, because I think uh not Family Guy, South Park does the same, where it's like they will do the most extreme answer for the interpretation. I I'd like. I would like to point out. If you because I thought the whole point of like medical marijuana or like stuff like that, which is like that sort of stuff. And it's like, It's just a way that it takes away the hallucinogenic because you can get that sort of like a thing that's it's not technically I don't think it's technically called marijuana. It's technically called something else. But I think it. What? That's not. Jeez. Actually, I am trying to move past because that does not work. I don't. I think like this is the more darker. There are some bad stuff with. I would like to say I don't think you can smoke medical. I might be wrong, but I don't think there's anything that is medicine that you could smoke. But again, that could just be me not knowing something fully. Retry. Uh. Yeah. Okay. Jesus. Okay, this is why I'm like. No, he was the most hideous thing in the world. I would actually love like a dark dystopian like future where the ending just reveals like the bad guy that everyone thought has just been dead for the last 10. Like you have this person who's like this person's doing something really shady and we don't know what's going on, and the spoiler is he's dead. And the people who's like is just like I know that's like a Sarah Jane thing and Sarah Jane did that, but I want that in a more like dark, like gruesome. Not even dark, actually. I just want more of that. Being like, I've been faking to be him for like 15 years. Like, not like like, he's alive, dead. No, no, no. And also, I don't think he was, why do I keep doing it at the wrong time? Shoot. You're going way beyond what you need to for, like, faking a guy is alive when he's dead. Like, you didn't need to go this far. You're not dead! What a shame. Like, could you actually die? That's just weird. Ah, shoot. I keep dying. I've been doing this. Obviously, I think there's one more of this, and then we're going to go to the next section, which will be good to move the fuck on. I was like, yay. Damn it. Okay, that was actually bad. Yeah. You did! You lost! The police in Springfield are bad at their job. I love it from the past. They're still using old footage. Because this looks like older than the current animation. Which is really fun. I don't think it would be too much older. Okay, that was too risky. Oh, this is like a clip show. Yeah, it's just a clip show. Okay. The day we got an elephant. Yeah, but uh, I would love if that was actually. Oh. Jesus. Okay, this is a bad one. To take the shit. That's what a roast is meant to be. It's meant to be jabbing at you. Whatever my dad thinks it is. I love that doing that. But doing the three most iconic laws of it, just being like, ha! It's like, ha ha. Excellent. Okay. What's going on this side? Okay, that didn't work. Uh... Ah! Okay, I'm trying to get 3 lives and 3. Ah! That's what this is gonna be, like death come back, death come back. The reason why I find this better than the balloons is because the balloons I know what I'm just annoyed about not doing the precision. This I'm finding a little bit better. It's just timing that I need to fix. Okay. No, he's actually being honest with that. Probably. Again, you think he's joking. He's not. Which is probably... You're a nuclear safety operator, and you think the safest option... Okay, I don't think that's a good idea. There wasn't a race, and why did you block people in? Jesus. The 2 oldest people here. That's my favorite law. It's not even love, it's just something I find hilarious. Yeah, it's a clip show. Distracted by Ned Flanders. He's also in the water, which is... Oh, you'll get your wish in a couple of seconds. Jesus. Ah, I can't. Secrets and lies. This is just the weirdest episode. Ah, perfect timing, perfect timing. Do you know what I would love as part of an episode would be like aliens reveal someone's like, oh no, aliens are real. It's like aliens are real, and then we're like, yeah, we've known aliens are real since like 1990. Like who cares at this point? That's what I would love. Also, I'm just creating like a list of shows I would love to exist. Again, I would love the idea of like a sci-fi fantasy where... Jeez, how many times are you choking your own child, Homer? But the one thing which is definitely the case is I would I forgot the point that I was saying. It's like that's why there's been a bunch of like stuff is because this is a clip episode. Angels and yep. I would like to point out one of the things I said, and I just forgot because I'm somewhat of an idiot. Was like I wanted like a series that was like that God exists, but God's an alien. I don't know how they'll do that. You know what type of vibe of that it's like aliens exist. It's like yeah, but like and then who's this? Like oh yeah, I'm God, and I don't know how it will be done. Like sci-fi, you don't need to go Christian. I'm fine with like you creating your own like sort of like God and pantheon. That's up to you. You can even go with like the ancient Greeks or like that stuff. I don't care. But I like the idea where like Whereas like people realize you get like Earth similar to what we have now, but the idea would be like the gods would be fictional, not fictional, but like aliens, and that would be fun. Who's my favorite intro of like any celebrities of a Simpson? It's a like if you're going to do it funny, do it all the way like have them dancing around like fully in sync. Whereas like who would actually introduce themselves to actual other people who are in the business and be like, it's like it's this famous singer. It's like oh. Yeah, really. Because this probably came out ages ago and it's still 2025, and there's 4 more seasons planned for The Simpsons, which is insane. Yeah, they just did a clip show, which I'm not a fan of. Also, realistically, not for, like, I think even the play game, because it's 18 for this one, and I think this is 23. Jeez! No! I just like. Uh, yeah, shoot. Jesus. I'd like to point out, if that's the case, that is... Okay, that's actually interesting for Stan Lee, isn't it? If I'd listened to the fucking restraining order. The one thing which I love about Stan Lee is, I think if he is correct, obviously, there's been some controversial where, like, there's some characters that, like, aren't his. It's, I think, Jack Kirby's characters. But the one thing that he has claimed that, like, he created Spider-Man, and it was like, oh yeah, why don't we create him a bit more troubled? And, like, I think he's like, oh, wait, a spider. And then, like, it didn't do as well. It was like, oh yeah, but I don't think it was going to do as well. So when the Adventure comic series had the final run, and like it was already slated to not have any more comics. Obviously, I'm not an expert. There are tons of people who can like tell you the history of comics better than I can, especially like Panda Red or like other YouTubers and TikTokers like that. And it's like one of those things where it's like he created like this thing where it's like he gave it in, and like a lot of people were like, oh no, this can't do, because like one, I think he's one of the first like teen at the time, because I don't know how old he is now, but that constantly changes. Whereas like, oh, is he a teen, is he not? Also, I don't think I've got three, so I'm gonna retry that. And then it's like one of those things where it's like that's changing, but I think he was one of the, because like you have Batman, Superman, but I feel like he was, I don't know. But one, I like him. Two, I think that was the most interesting, and like how I like the I need pink. Interesting superhero comic because of that. It's not my favorite. Definitely not in Marvel. Okay, why are you talking about Bizarre Bob? That's DC. I would also like to think copyright for like Green Lantern and Batman. Angry Man. How oddly specific. Why would you be like, I hope no one's enjoying this? Why did I say that? I think this is free. Okay. I am constantly dying. It's like rack ready. I'm from the internet. I love that, like, we're still in the point of, like, history where it's not YouTubers. YouTube doesn't exist at the moment. It's like one of those things like, YouTubers don't exist. And it's like, no, I'm an internet person now. I want to, like, make some animation for, like, an online, thing. It was like... I would like to point out, this looks like early YouTube. So this, like, probably is 2010. So basically, Lisa owns the company? Because... Unless I think of shares differently, it could be fully valid that, like, shares isn't a percentage where 2 million shares isn't 2 million%. I would like to... Yeah, because online culture didn't have payment. Like, because nowadays YouTube's like, yeah, you can, like, make money through this thing. And then it's like... but, like, overall... It's one of those things where it's like... You suck, Angry Dad. Let's do it. Okay. Wait. I love it. This is probably like back when like Flash became popular. Like this is, I think, like sort of like a thing off Flash. Because I don't know how many Simpsons episodes they do in a year back in the day. You choke him every day and you fail. You see him every day. How is it? How is seeing him new? You see him at the bar like every day. Jeez. Okay, now that's just immunity. I know that that became like more of a problem in like 2000. Whereas like that became more of a problem later on with uh Gary Oldman. Okay, I can't get any. Rage, oh, what the? Alright, you. Joe, I'm just gonna finish this. This is like one of the hardest ones to finish. I don't think I got it past 2 minutes. Yeah, that's not healthy, suppressing anger. Okay, maybe I improve. Anyway. I improved anyway! So all I need to do is do this time down with one more live. If you're doing that, that probably is a problem. Also, let's see. Yeah, there's dragon up here. Okay. Okay, can I? Okay, I wish I could like show you around and show you the plan I've got. I think eventually I could, but it'll be on like, it won't be on this. It'll be on like the making. I'm not a nerd, not a smart. That's the one reason why I was like, technically, like, I'm sort of like into like nerdy culture, but I don't consider myself. I wouldn't even like say, is nerd even a thing that people use nowadays as an insult? Or even like as smart? Like a lot of people say, oh, if you're smart, you're a nerd. But a lot of people nowadays are like into comics, and it's like they would have the same thing for like. Zero. I love that Stan Lee's in it. It's sad now because Stan Lee, it is also a bit, he's a bit controversial because of like the rumors about him like seeing characters. But I like the idea that like it is sad, a bit sad because he's dead at this point. which is sad. I also like the idea where he fully does, which is funny. Ah. Why do I keep clicking Disney Plus? For crying out now. Okay, so. Okay, no. I think the idea is that if I go up here, I think it's like basically. Wait, do I have the? I also have the dragon to add. I need to add the dragon. Do I have the dragon? I'm gonna do the thing that I want to do, and then I'm gonna look at the thing and just put it in there. I'm also gonna do it in the update as well because I do not care. For all your battles and all my rhymes, you have failed and perished 358 times. Okay. Okay. And boom, boom. Also, that's really weird being like Inception. Okay, let's go into keep. Okay. Yeah, I haven't got the dragon in here. Jeez, the dragon in Cuphead. Grim. Matt. Yeah, and he beca- Yeah, they bring tanks. Match. Stick. But yeah, this is sort of like the thing that I've got at the moment, where I was like, here's the plan. Okay. Yeah, we're dealing with a cheating story, which is very interesting. 80, 94 to 100, because it should be. I know. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so it. 2, 9, 3. Yeah, let's move on. Okay, it's 99, 99 to 99, 1, 99, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah. So yeah, that's happening. So It's really interesting that that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch between bosses, and if I like beat one person and it goes to the next thing, it will develop into something else, and like I will add more and more bosses. So yeah. Oh, this is so weird. But yeah, good night.